So it's Kiss in the building today. Shawn Mendes.
Hello.
What's good, man?
How you doing?
I'm all good.
Good.
You enjoying the UK?
I'm loving it here. Yeah, I've been here for a while now. Yeah.
Wicked. So, like, have you been making the most of being in the UK? Because you're over 18 now. You can go out partying,
Totally.
clubbing. Has that been on your agenda?
I've been in Europe for like 9 weeks now. So because I was obviously in the middle of the tour, and I've definitely been making the most of Europe.
Yeah.
Let's just say I've had to kind of relax a little in the UK to catch my breath.
Oh, okay, wicked. But the reason you're here, there's nothing holding me back.
Yeah.
What a tune.
Thank you.
Seriously, so good.
Thank you so much.
Talk me through the process of how this came about.
It was like a one song thing, you know what I mean? Usually when you're doing writing trips or you're going to write, you write a ton of songs for an album. But I was at home and got super inspired and came up with this little chorus melody.
Yeah.
I was going to LA for some promo and I had 2 days off, and within like those 2 days, we just went to the studio and wrote it.
Really?
And, yeah, it was really cool because this literally the day we went to the studio, I finally got these little guitar lele things, which is like half ukulele, half guitar.
Okay.
And so
like a hybrid.
I was like, yeah, I got to use this in the song, and that like dun, 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 came into my head, and it ended up just like kind of working perfectly. It was a very easy type of
2
write.
days is relatively quite short to make a tune.
Yeah, I mean, we wrote the tune in a few hours. It was the production that took a long time. It was getting the right balance with all that stuff, right? Because I didn't want it to be like, I knew I wanted to go a little, droppy on the chorus, but I didn't want it to be like crazy because I didn't want to go too far from my roots.
Yeah, of course.
So I think that it's kind of a cool balance between the two.
Wicked. But the Illuminate album, massive success of it.
Thank you.
Did you ever think from Vine to Illuminate album to tours, this would ever happen?
It's been dude, and especially this last tour has been a huge eye opener. I mean, you don't realize what it means to kind of sell out an arena tour until you're really there, standing in front of the people. Even like doing 2 nights at the O2 was just very, very surreal.
Have you got any like tour highlights so far?
I found, especially in Europe, the energy in each city was so high that like I was able to get on stage every night and almost replicate that high energy of the stage of the night before. I remember obviously the O2 shows. If I could compare those shows to anything, I'd compare it to MSG in New York City. Yeah,
wow.
Especially the second night, it was
Madison Square Garden. That's big, man.
Yeah, well, I mean the O2 is bigger,
but still, like it's still one of them key like arenas.
Totally.
I got a Snapchat from Andrea, who's not here.
Yeah,
she was Snapchatting me. Bless her. She was singing, and it was literally there was no music, and all the crowd was singing. Like you've got to get shivers every time you see and hear this.
And
right?
we do this cool thing where I kind of go into the middle of the arena, and there's a stage comes up, and I play piano. And when I was in Dublin, the stage was really close to the crowd, and I was able to actually take my in-ears out and listen for the first time, and it was like the most goosebumps. They were like mountains. Is
tour life fun though? Is it half exhausting, half fun? Like how do you balance it out?
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Half exhausting, half fun. But as long as you get up every day and kind of just are ready for the show, the whole day is easy.
Do you have any pre-show rituals? Like do you eat like a burger or like a special drink?
I never did before, but then we started about like 10 shows into the tour, me and my band and a bunch of people that are working on tour with me. We go into the band room and we just like blast the music as loud as we can.
Really?
And we literally just start dancing and going nuts.
Partying.
Yeah, and then we come up with like a new chant something probably extremely inappropriate to get us laughing. Yeah. And we realized like the more we would pretend that we were playing at Madison Square Garden every single night, the better show we would have. Yeah.
We literally had Charlie Puth in recently, like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, really?
He said you guys have got a studio bus on tour.
We do, yeah.
Like, how's this work? Like,
so I mean,
how big is this bus?
No. Like a studio bus is like. I don't think what you expect is not like this, like especially nowadays, because Charlie has this awesome like setup he can bring around anywhere, and it's really just an extra bus that we're going to be able to write music on.
Oh, okay. So it's quite boring. So Charlie kind of oversold it to me.
I mean, I probably should have too, but it's all right.
Camila Cabello came in the other day as well. She said she was going to your show.
Everyone here right now. That's awesome.
I know. It's been a busy week.
London's popping.
Yeah, she said she went to your show on a Thursday night. Did you manage to catch up with her afterwards?
I did, yeah. I saw her for a few minutes. She had to run out, but it was cool because, like I said, when I go into the middle of the arena, I can see all of the guests kind of like right behind the front of house. Yeah. And it was really nice to see her there. She's just singing along. It was really
because she said she's a proper fangirl. She's like, go on, Shawn.
Totally,
go on.
Yeah. No, she's been super supportive since the very beginning, and me for her as well. So it was really sweet to see her there.
Because there's like a lot, you've worked together, you've obviously got a lot of chemistry together.
Yeah.
Are you open to working with her again, or open to like, I don't want to say dating, but are you open to working with Camila?
Camila is probably one of the most talented artists I've ever worked with, in more ways than one. I mean, as a songwriter, as a singer, just as a person in general, she is this ball of energy that never ever fades.
Seriously, yeah. No, honestly, we had 20 minutes with her in the studio and she was bouncing everywhere.
I know. I need like 4 cups of coffee to get up to her level.
She had a whole tray of biscuits when we was here as well.
If she texts me, I'm like, I can't talk right now. I have to have 4 glasses of coffee.
I'm so tired, Camila. Another day, babe. So yeah, Vine is gone. It was a big part of your life.
Yeah.
What's your go-to social media app now?
I've been really on Instagram lately, especially since, you know, the stories and everything. It's kind of everything packed into one.
So Instagram stories or Snapchat stories, which one?
I used to be like the person who was like, no, we're going to post a story on Instagram, on Snapchat for life. Like, you know.
And then they got them filters in.
It's not even about the filters. It was just about the fact that, you know, there's so many more people on Instagram and I could really kind of, it was just easier.
You can kind of see who's viewed your story as well.
I mean, it's also a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, just kind of like the whole, like, when you draw on it, it makes you look like you're really good at writing.
Yeah, wicked. I want to talk about a tune I really love, Mercy.
Sure,
it's one of my top tunes.
Thanks, man.
Who hurt you? Like, who hurt you, bruv? Like, every time I listen to it, I'm like, this guy, mate. Who do I need to follow on Twitter to stalk and say, you need to leave Shawn alone? Yeah. He's a nice guy. Get out of his life. Like, who is this person?
The truth is actually about that song was the song actually isn't even about a girl. It's actually about, I think, it's like a super deep, but like when you love something so much, like for instance, how I feel about making music and singing and my career, when you love something so much that sometimes it kind of kills you. Yeah. Because it just like you suffocate in it and you just want it to be perfect. And when it's not, you explode. That was kind of what I was writing the whole song about. And it's cool because, you know, obviously you can take it as the meaning of it being a girl, but anything you truly love with passion can do that too, I think.
So the Illuminate album smashed it, right?
Yeah.
Are you in the studio now, like working?
Tons, yeah. I mean, I have this studio that I bring around on tour with me, like this case I open up and it got speakers in there. It's really cool, and writing a lot of really cool stuff, like Michael Jackson kind of feel lately.
Bro,
it's really cool.
Don't tease me like that.
I'm serious. Yeah, it's been really cool.
Are you working with like anyone in particular? Because Ed Sheeran, you've got to be working with Ed Sheeran. That guy's working with everyone.
I mean, he is the busiest man in the world.
Yeah?
Yeah, so he's kind of hard to get a hold of.
Really?
I've only hung with him like 5 times, and every time I've met him, he has to get on a flight in an hour.
Oh, man.
So I'd love to. I think we will get a chance for the next album, but I haven't been able to yet.
So you've mentioned the MJ vibe.
Yeah.
Are you going to be starting a few MJ moves and
no,
stuff like that?
No. And also when I say MJ vibe, take it with a grain of salt. I don't mean I'm putting out MJ songs. I don't think that's even possible.
We're not going to get Shawn Mendes doing Thriller.
No, exactly.
No,
yeah.
But talking about Ed Sheeran, he dropped his Carpool Karaoke recently.
Yeah,
Have you checked it out?
Yeah, I watched it. It's awesome.
Maltesers, 50-something odd Maltesers in his mouth. If James Corden pulled up to the O2 or whatever, or to wherever you're playing and said, jump in, would you do a Carpool Karaoke with James Corden?
Oh, dude, absolutely.
What's your karaoke song? Doesn't have to be your song. It's just that tune that just gets you going.
There's this song by a country singer named Hunter Hayes called "I Want Crazy."
How's it go?
Oh, you have to search it up. I can't really do it justice. I'm not a country singer, but I would love to do that. Obviously he hasn't asked me yet, so hopefully one day. James, wherever you are.
Shawn Mendes.
Get on it,
mate. Do you have any like celebrity friends you go to the gym with?
I went to the gym a few times with Charlie, and it was really cool because I had to, obviously when we first started, kind of push him. But he's got a trainer now, and he's actually, I don't know if you saw, but he looks a lot bigger in person.
We spoke to him, and he says you lift more than him, but he's getting there.
That's a fact. It's never going to change. That's
a fact. That's a fact, Charlie, you weakling. But Shawn, thank you so much for coming in today.
Man, thank you
so much. Shawn Mendes, everyone. Thank you.